Hi, I'm Mrs. McPherson. Welcome to your peer tutoring class. You are going to be meeting in the academic resource room every day until your placement is set, and then you'll meet here as well, or you'll arrive here at least, as well on any days that you need to get work done. So the ARR is your classroom, but you won't always have me here. So I'm assigned in this period certain blocks, but I am not here other blocks, and it's up to you to figure out how to connect with me either over email or finding me in the halls to complete your work. And you can always chat with whoever's working in the ARR to help get your work done as well. So the first thing you want to do with peer tutoring is figure out what your placement's going to be. And you can do that by finding one of these green sheets. And usually what we do with the green sheet is you look in the semester that you're assigned and you look for a grade 9 or a grade 10 course that fits your area of interest. If you're in grade 12, you potentially could also do a grade 11 course, but usually we try to stay away from grade 11 courses. You want to stick to a 9 or 10. So once you've found a course and actually a couple of courses that you think you might be interested in, I will take that information and go talk to the teacher and see if I can find out whether that's going to be a good fit for you or not. That's why it's nice to have a backup plan as well, because if it doesn't work with your first plan, maybe they've already signed up another peer tutor and they don't want to take two, or maybe they feel like you'd be a better fit somewhere else. Then the backup plan helps me then have another teacher to go to have that conversation so that we can get you in the fit that works for everybody. Once you've done that, once we know what class you're going to be in, I will let you know what your placement's going to be, and then you'll be able to start going to your placement instead of the ARR. But until I let you know, you want to keep coming to the ARR. Once you do know, and hopefully that happens in the first week, your job will be to balance out your placement tasks with the module classroom work. So you can find your classroom work on our Google Classroom. So it's going to look like this. You'll see that hopefully you've been added, and if you haven't, just come and talk to whoever's in the ARR and they'll give you the code. Mrs. Dash and I can both hook you up with that. You'll have module postings. You can actually find these over here in the topic section. So if you click on module 1, like that's this week, you'll see the module 1 posting, and you can open up the module 1 content. And every module is always going to start with your learning goals, and that's going to be what you're learning that week. And then it'll be your module tasks, so that's going to be the kind of to-do list for the module content, and then the content itself. So you're going to want to read through this. If you don't like reading, you can always use Google Read and Write to listen to it. But yeah, you need to work through this content. It actually doesn't take all that long to read through it if you just focus and go for it. So this module, the first one, talks about what to do to get yourself started. A lot of this stuff is already covered in this video. And then it gets into the content for the week. So you'll figure yourself out. You're going to complete some self-assessments, and then it tells you what those self-assessments have involved in them. And so you're going to take the information, for example, in this case, and also the assessment will also be included in the module. You're going to take that information that you learned from your module, and you'll go back to Classroom, and you'll go to the Assessments tab, or you can just find it in the regular menu. You can scroll around if you want to. But there's this posting that has your assignment. And so in the assignment, there's always going to be the assignment itself and the exemplar. So when you open up the assignment, you'll have your own copy of this, and you'll complete the work in this version that you can access, and then you'll just hit turn it in this assignment to submit it. So you just want to turn it in when you're done. For this assignment, you'll see that you've got your blank assessment criteria that you're going to fill out. And I've also included an exemplar. There's always going to be an exemplar with every assessment that I post. So it looks the same as what yours will look like. It's just filled in with my information. So in this case, I've completed the assessment by taking this Myers-Briggs typology test. I took my results and put a screenshot of them in this My Results section. And in your summary of the results, what you're going to do is you're going to just explain what this assessment says in terms of like who you are, and then you're doing that for all 4 tests, and then you're going to go to the bottom. The last task is just to pull it together to figure out how your assessment feedback or your assessment criteria, whatever the information you found from your assessment, how it matches who you actually are and what you know about yourself. And hopefully it will. And if it doesn't, sometimes you can also talk about that. But but that's how this assessment works. And each assessment will follow the same type of format, where you find your module work will directly connect to the it'll directly connect to the assessment that you're going to be doing, which means that you need to, again, find that balance between what you're doing in your placement and the connections you're making in your placement and the technical work that you're doing in your module tasks that are online. New modules are going to come out every Monday, or the first week. If there's a Monday, if there's no Monday, it'll come out on the Tuesday. But every Monday, expect a new module. And assessments are always due at the beginning of class on a Monday. And they're not every week. There's 8 assessments in the course, and then your culminating assignment. There's no exam in this course. And that's it. So I hope you have a great semester this semester, and make sure that you're doing everything it takes to get the work done and submitted, because that's going to get you the credit.